You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Road Rants for Black and White Live. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers and another possible future Hall of Famer, Von Miller, who has come out and made some comments that, I got to be honest with you, are sort of puzzling. We know that Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay. He cannot stand Brian Gutekunst. He can't stand Mark Murphy. And he wants out of Packerland. Doesn't seem to have a huge problem with Matt LaFleur up there. He seems to like his coach. He loves the fans. But he wants to get to the West Coast. He's dating an actress. And that seems to be pretty serious. A lot of people believe that may be partly where this really stems from, is he literally doesn't want to stay in the physical location he's having to play in. And, of course, it didn't help that the Packers drafted Jordan Love last year. Personally speaking, I don't know that I necessarily agree with Aaron Rodgers being so upset about that. The point was, Aaron Rodgers had shown some minor decline, and then Aaron Rodgers got remotivated, went out and won the MVP. Worst possible scenario for the Packers front office, and of course, that made Aaron mad. Aaron wants out of town. Well, Von Miller claims that the Denver Broncos front office is the front office to get this deal done. Now, 6 weeks or so ago, I would have said, I'm pretty sure he's going to Denver. And then for about a week, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's Las Vegas. Mainly so they could get Derek Carr back in return. And then I was like, you know what? The last week, I'm starting to believe Aaron Rodgers goes back to the Packers now. Plays one more year, and then it's over. Okay? And then it's over. He's going somewhere else. And, of course, Aaron Rodgers is pretty mad that Green Bay didn't accept that San Francisco offer. So, let's get to this article. It's Charlene Williams, and this is PFT. If Aaron Rodgers is available, the Broncos have the right front office to get the deal done. Do they? Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater are competing for Denver's starting quarterback job, but the possibility of the team adding Aaron Rodgers remains a dream of Bronco fans. Even Lock and Bridgewater would have to admit the reigning NFL MVP would rank as an upgrade at the position. Von Miller was asked what he's heard about the prospect. He said, quote, "What I've heard?" The Stars told Mike Callis of 9 News on Sunday, "First and foremost, I'm comfortable with Drew. I'm comfortable with Teddy. GP, George Patton, and President of Football Operations, John Elway, if A-Rod is out there for us to get him, those are the 2 guys to have on the job. John Elway, he's done a great job of working the big-time guys before. Peyton Manning, DeMarcus Ware, Aqib Talib, all these other guys. So if there's a guy to be had, GP and John Elway are the 2 to put on it if it can be done. If it can't, I'm comfortable with Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater. They've impressed the hell out of me and impressed the hell out of everybody during OTAs. So I'm super excited for those guys. Another year for Drew Lock. I think this will be the time for him to turn it on. So either way we go, it's looking bright for us." Drew Lock completed only 57.3% of his passes with 16 touchdowns and 15 picks. Yikes. He was ranked number 32nd out of 35 qualifying quarterbacks. Teddy Bridgewater, 28, has started 31 more games than Lock. He's completed 69.1% of his passes. 3,700 yards, 15 TDs, 11 picks in 15 games last year with the Panthers. And, of course, Carolina went out and got Sam Darnold. Rodgers said Saturday he would, quote, "figure things out in a couple of weeks." When asked about his future, "I'm starting to think, okay, he's coming back now to the Packers." Okay. Is John Elway and George Patton really the 2 guys to get the job done? John Elway didn't have exactly the greatest track record when it comes to quarterbacks when he was general manager. Paxton Lynch, Brock Osweiler, anyone? Paxton Lynch where is he? He just signed a contract somewhere, maybe the CFL. I don't know. It was a disaster. I know that. Tim Tebow was there. Let's not forget that. So, I don't know. The one thing I will say, John Elway seems to have good rapport with veteran older quarterbacks, and maybe that is something. Maybe that is a catalyst of some kind that would have Aaron Rodgers and the Denver Broncos with a connection. It's my firm belief these agents and teams talk anyway. Whoever his agent is, they've already had a conversation with John Elway and George Patton. Of course, you're not supposed to do that. It's tampering. But let's be real. Behind the scenes, let me give you a call. John Elway's on the golf course. We know how that is. There was even a story a while back where supposedly John Elway and Aaron Rodgers, I think, was at the same golf course, if I remember correctly. And, of course, they said, but their tee times were much different. Well, we know how that goes, okay? We know how that goes. Now, I still don't know why the Packers didn't take the 49ers offer. I didn't. I know you hate to be the general manager. You hate to be the team president that trades away Aaron Rodgers. But if he doesn't want to play there, then getting the number 3 overall pick and Jimmy Garoppolo plus 2 seconds, I think it was, and a third or whatever, it was a king's ransom, okay? Not sure it's going to get any better than that for Aaron Rodgers. Some have speculated if it ends up being Derek Carr, it's going to be Derek Carr and a second-round pick for Aaron Rodgers. That's the compensation there. Looks to me like the Niners had a lot more to offer at the time. So, Jordan Love is training with Deshaun Watson, of all people. I don't know that I'd want my young quarterback necessarily hanging around with Deshaun Watson right now. Okay, just because of all his issues surrounding him. So, I don't know. I am starting to lean towards the fact that he's going to come back for one more year. I thought he was a goner. I really did. Now, far as the Denver quarterback situation, when I did my ranks, Teddy Bridgewater was the quarterback that I projected to start for the Broncos. Why over Drew Lock? Look, I think Denver would love Drew Lock to work out. But I think Vic Fangio is realizing, look, I need to sniff the playoffs this year. And there's an extra playoff spot. I need to sniff the playoffs. We need to play great defense, and we need to hold on to the ball. Well, Teddy Bridgewater is probably going to be the better quarterback there with the higher completion percentage, much higher than Drew Lock. Drew Lock throws a really damn good deep ball, okay? But Drew Lock struggles with short to intermediate throwing, all right? Whereas Teddy excels at short to intermediate throwing, and he struggles to throw the deep ball. But you get the point. Teddy's going to hold on to the ball more than Drew Lock, most likely. Okay, so I'm actually kind of surprised Teddy Bridgewater did not turn out a little better in Carolina. I was really surprised. Now, Christian McCaffrey was injured, okay, but he did absolutely have weapons, and I look for Sam Darnold to probably take a bit of a step forward, not stay parallel or not go backwards, okay? So, and in fact, I can tell you exactly where I had Teddy Bridgewater ranked. Like I said, I do project him to be the starter. Teddy Bridgewater was in my tier 5 of quarterbacks at number 26 out of 32. And basically all I said was he's highly accurate. He has an okay arm at best. Not enough deep balls. He's a bridge quarterback. He's a check down Charlie. Great work ethic. He's sort of a poor man's Alex Smith. Okay? Which, look, a lot of people would say Alex Smith was a poor man's Alex Smith. but you get the point, okay? A lot of teams, the Denver Broncos included, would probably love to have that later version of San Francisco Alex Smith and then that Kansas City version of Alex Smith right now, but we know Alex had to retire after that horrible leg injury, essentially. You know, he came back, but it essentially ended his career. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. If you're listening on Apple iTunes, make sure you leave us a 5-star review. That grows a podcast more than anything. And if you're new to the channel here on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.